Good morning, good morning. All right. We got a good reading today. I think it's kind of funny that we have a lot of twos in our reading today. It's week 22, day 2, and we're reading Job 22 through 24. I just need to get myself to Job. Job. Yes, alrighty. Good morning, Rebecca. Good to see you here. All right. I am just getting to Job. Again, we are on week 22, day 2, reading Job 22 through 24. Job is such an interesting book. Very interesting book. Good morning, Risa. Good morning, Rose. Good morning, Marissa. Good to see you all here. Good morning, Jean. Thank you. Thank you, Jean, for always advocating for us. If you're on YouTube, you click the like and comment, all the good things. Also on Facebook. It's a good morning today. It is a really beautiful morning. I'm looking out my window, which is behind my phone there, and the sky is blue. Very, very grateful. All right, if you are new, welcome here. My name is Jessica Penner. I'm always excited to see new people commenting, and I am from the East Atlanta, Georgia area. Before we get into our reading, why don't we just open it up with a prayer, and then we'll just get right to it. So, Father, thank you for this day. Thank you that your mercies are new every morning. Thank you for this time to just slow down a little bit, to dive into your word, to be washed by your word. Yeah, God, we want to be washed by you. We want the distractions and the limiting beliefs and the false beliefs to be washed away, to be cleaned away. So, Father, would you help us to just be open to your word and to be open to what you're speaking to us and have the courage to obey. Father, help us to obey you, to become your pure, spotless bride, to love you with our actions and not just our words, because you are worthy. You are worthy of our full heart focusing on you, to live with a perfect heart before you. Yeah, God. Just help us. Help. We can't do without you. We thank you for your word. Would you bless it as we read it and bless those who hear it? All right. So, Job chapter 22. Actually, I'm going to take a drink of water first. Okay. Ready. Job 22. Then Eliphaz the Temanite answered and said, can a man be profitable to God as he that is wise may be profitable to himself? Is it any pleasure to the Almighty that you are righteous? Or is it gain to him that you make your ways perfect? Will he reprove you for fear of you? Will he enter with you into judgment? Is not your wickedness great and your iniquities infinite? For you have taken a pledge from your brother for naught and stripped the naked of their clothing. You have not given water to the weary to drink, and you have withheld bread from the hungry. But as for the mighty man, he had the earth, and the honorable man dwelt in it. You have sent widows away empty, and the arms of the fatherless have been broken. Therefore, snares are all around you, and sudden fear troubles you, or darkness, so you cannot see the abundance of waters cover you. Is not God in the height of heaven? And behold, the height of the stars, how high are they? And you say, how does God know? Can he judge through the dark cloud? Thick clouds are covering him, so he does not see, and he walks in the circuit of heaven. Have you marked the old way which wicked men have trod, who were cut off from before their time, whose foundation was overflown with a flood, who said to God, depart from us, what can the Almighty do for them? Yet he filled their houses with good things, but the counsel of the wicked is far from me. The righteous see it and are glad, and the innocent laugh them to scorn. Has our adversary not been cut down, and their remnant consumed by fire? Acquaint yourself with him now, and be at peace. Thereby good will come to you. Please now take the teaching from his mouth, and lay up his words in your heart. If you return to the Almighty, you will be built up. You will put away wickedness far from your tents, and lay your precious ore in the dust of the gold of Ophir among the stones of the brooks, and the Almighty will be your gold ore, and you will have plenty of silver. For you will then have your delight in the Almighty, and will lift up your face to God. You will make your prayer to him, and he will hear you, and you will pay your vows. You will also decree a thing, and it will be established for you, and light will shine upon your ways. When they cast you down, then you will say, there is lifting up, and he saves the humble person. He will deliver even the one who is not innocent, and he will be delivered by the pureness of your hands. Chapter 23. Then Job answered and said, even today, sorry guys, a phone call was coming in. Let's start from the top. Chapter 23. Then Job answered and said, even today my complaint is bitter. My stroke is heavier than my groaning. Oh, that I knew where I might find him, so I could come to his seat. I would order my cause before him and fill my mouth with arguments. I would know the words he would answer me and understand what he would say to me. Will he plead against me with great power? No, but he would put strength in me. There the righteous might reason with him, so I should be delivered forever from my judge. Behold, I go forward, but he is not there, and backward, but I cannot perceive him. On the left hand, where he works, but I cannot behold him. He hides himself on the right hand, so I cannot see him, but he knows the way that I take. When he tried me, I shall come forth as gold. My foot has held his steps. I have kept his way and not declined. Neither have I gone back from the commandments of his lips. I have esteemed the words of his mouth more than my necessary food. But he is in one mind, and who can turn him? And what his soul desires, even that he does, for he performs the thing that is appointed for me, and many such things are with him. Therefore I am troubled at his presence. When I consider, I am afraid of him. For God makes my heart soft, and the Almighty troubles me, because I was not cut off before the darkness. Neither has he covered the darkness from my face. Chapter 24. Why, seeing times are not hidden from the Almighty, do those who know him not see his days? Some remove the landmarks. They violently take away flocks and feed them. They drive away the donkeys of the fatherless. They take the widow's ox for a pledge. They turn the needy out of the way. The poor of the earth hide themselves together. Behold, they go out to their work like wild donkeys in the desert, rising, diligently seeking food. The wilderness yields food for them and for their children. Each one reaps his fodder in the field, and they gather the vintage of the wicked. They cause the naked to lodge without clothing, so they have no covering in the cold. They are wet with the showers of the mountains, and embrace the rock for want of shelter. They pluck the fatherless from the breast, and take a pledge from the poor. They cause him to go naked without clothing, and those who carry the sheaf are hungry, who make oil within their walls, treading the presses and suffering thirst. Men groan from out of the city, and the inner being of the wounded cries out. Yet God does not lay folly to them. They are those who rebel against the light. They do not know its ways, nor abide in its paths. The murderer, rising with the light, kills the poor and needy, and is like a thief in the night. The eye of the adulterer also waits for the twilight, saying, no eye will see me, and he disguises his face. In the dark they dig through houses. They shut themselves up in the daytime. They do not know the light. For the morning is to all of them like the shadow of death. If one knows them, they are in the terrors of the shadow of death. He is swift upon the face of the waters. Their portion is cursed in the earth. He does not regard the way of the vineyards. Drought and heat consume the snow waters. So does the grave of those who have sinned. The womb will forget him. The worm will feed sweetly on him. He will no longer be remembered, and wickedness will be broken like a tree. He offends the barren woman who does not bear, and does not do good things for the widow. He also draws the mighty with his power. He rises up, and no one is sure of his life. Though it is given him to be in safety where he rests, yet his eyes are upon their ways. They are exalted for a little while, but are gone and brought low. They are gathered in as all others, and cut off like the tops of the stalks of grain. And if it is not so now, who will make me a liar and make my speech worth nothing? What a cliffhanger, eh? That was already the end of our reading. That was the end of chapter 24. I feel like Job is one of those books that you really have to read slowly, because there's so much reasoning and arguing back and forth. It's kind of, at least for me, I might be the only one, at least it's a little bit hard to exactly get the perspective of what is being shared, partially because the lingo is a little bit maybe old-fashioned. But anyways, so interesting. If any of you guys have thoughts or any verses that stuck out to you, please share. Please share. I mean, certainly it sounds like Eliphaz was trying to say that Job's bad circumstances are because he was secretly doing bad. That he took a pledge from his brother for naught, kind of like stealing, stripped the naked of their clothing. You've not given water to the weary to drink, and you withheld bread from the hungry. So Eliphaz is trying to say, like, you've done all these bad things. But did he? Anyways, very interesting. Very interesting. All right. I am going to scroll back here, see if we got any prayer requests. Janet, I love what you said here. God gave visions of waterfalls flowing through our bodies and cleansing us, making us new in Him. That is beautiful. Yes. Pastor Santana, this revival is what we have all been anticipating and praying for. Yes, God, the revival starts with us. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, this comment. Didn't even Job question if he did do something wrong? I think, if I remember correctly, I think through almost the entirety of the book of Job, Job is, well, maybe he starts off a little bit more humble, but then he kind of goes, Job starts getting almost angry with God, at least in the way that I've read it, where Job is starting to say that God is unjust for causing these things to happen to him. But then at the very end, when God finally speaks for himself, someone's knocking on my door. I'm sorry, guys. There are like construction people outside. I'm sorry. There are people doing construction on my house. I should probably go talk to them and make sure they get what they need. But I think I'm going to have to go off then with that. But thank you for your comments. Thank you guys for being here. This is all definitely good stuff to keep studying into. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one.